Sagittarius Collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs and crosswatchers. Welcome to your Timeless Chakra Reading. I am your reader, at least for the moment. Mark, Angelo, Lyons, Mal for short. They're my initials. I am a professional witch, a professional intuitive, the president of Drawing the Circle Productions since 1998, author of 2 different books with a third one on the way. The first one is called Spell Ingredients. The second one is called Words of Grace. Words of Grace does have a Kindle version available, and I put a link in the description box so you can preview it for free, a good chunk of the first part, including the table of contents, which you will see if you click that link, that it is primarily divided into chakra chapters, and for a chakra reading you might find that if you just click the link, it's a lovely book. But the original version of Words of Grace, which is way too much for Kindle, we really seriously had to edit it down, that is available on my digital shop on patreon.com/Drawing the Circle, as well as the only place to find Spell Ingredients at the time of this timeless recording. We've got audios and videos in the shop as well. Anybody can check those out. We got even free previews there for the audios and videos. Some of my subscribers get those ebooks, audios, and videos as part of their subscription package, but all of my subscribers get 3 benefits in common. A daily check-in. I send them an unlisted YouTube live stream link pretty much every single morning when we chat about the day's astrological weather, the magical applications, the spiritual implications, always ending with a spiritual practice of some kind to send us on our way. And it's the wisest way for me to start the day, considering what I do every single day of my life. They also get all the extended readings, the part 2s to the part 1s here on YouTube. All of my extended readings are timeless and relationship oriented, as well as they get a significant discount when they book me for a private session. We'll talk about that at the end of the video if you'd like to hang out for more info. And I love it. You can follow us for free. Got lots of free followers over there, always putting out content just for them, though those subscribers get to see that stuff too. You can 7-day free trial. You can shop in the shop. There's just so much cool stuff going on over there. So there is a link in the description box. Click it, check it out, go look at the menu, and if you want, come Patreon on Patreon with the Archangel of Lyons, Mark Angelo Lyons, but you can just call me Mal. Hey, my Saggies, never take yourself too seriously. I am wearing my Bette Midler t-shirt, Day Tour 1983, Jones Beach Theater, Long Island, and she is my favorite Sagittarius on planet Earth, although I have a new little kitten, Sammy, who is also a Sagittarius, so you know, you really can apples and oranges, I don't know, kittens and divas, you tell me. So let's do some explanation for the new Sagittarians and cross watchers. Feel free to jump ahead if you've heard it all before. Welcome, new Sagittarians and cross watchers. We are going to be doing a chakra reading here using 8 chakras, including the one over your head and the regular Roy G. Biv, which you're probably familiar with. And so I'm going to tell you, we're doing a 5-card draw, 1 card from 5 different decks to cover all of this stuff. So we are going to start for the 8th chakra with the Caroline Myss archetype deck. That's MYSS. She is a PhD, author of Anatomy of the Spirit, which is where I really got into the 8th chakra, as well as her work, Sacred Contracts, archetypes, and all that stuff. So we'll get one of those for the 8th chakra hovering over your head. We'll talk about that more when we get there. The next 4 chakras down the crown, the 3rd eye, throat, and heart chakras, we will be using the Daughters of the Moon Tarot, a goddess-based feminine deck, feminist deck as well, for the internal feminine energy, goddess energy, whatever you want to call that. We will be looking at the lower 3 chakras, the solar plexus, sacrum, and root chakras, the masculine yang dynamic, looking at yourself from the outside like looking in a mirror, maybe you from the inside looking out. Hey, that ring won't stay on. You looking at people, places, and things, relationships in the physical world. And because it is a crosswatcher friendly reading, all of my readings are, there may be some mirroring in there, so we'll get 1 card for that. Then we got all the chakras on the table from 8th to root, so we will get a Whispers of Love from the Whispers of Love Oracle by Angela Hartfield, one of my favorite oracles. This deck is consecrated to the higher selves of all involved, so not just the Saggies or the crosswatchers, but anybody else's higher self that wants to chime in on that. And we will end with a Mat Khan healing mantra, because it's in every single one of my readings, apparently, because this is about healing, physical, emotional, mental, spiritual, healing in relationships, healing finances, just all of that in a side of fries. It is a general read. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't, blah, blah, blah. You've heard that all before, too, most likely. And yeah, this is to help everybody come into alignment, because as one of us heals, all of us heal. So both feet on the floor if you can. I can, right? If you put your knees lower than your hips, your lower back will automatically straighten. Just learned that. And focus on your breath, if you will. And I promise I will do everything within my power to help anybody who is willing to heal, because of quantum unity. As one of us even heals a little bit, it shifts the quantum field, so we live happier, healthier, wealthier, wiser lives in happier, healthier, wealthier, wiser ways for a happier, healthier, wealthier, wiser world, and that's my contract for surezies. So let's get into it. Both feet on the floor and stay on, ring. Please take a nice deep breath. All that explanation just to get to the divination. Still point. Pantheonic override. A place for everything and everything in its place. Put all where it belongs in time and space. For the well-being of all and with harm to none, as we will it. So let it be done. Beloved pantheons of the divine, one card in clarity, please. What is the dominant archetype in the 8th chakra for the Sagittarius collective and their cross-watchers, indicating the alchemy from shadow to light, from lead to gold, from pain to peace, shifting them from toxicity to health and fear to love in this timeless chakra. Leave it in my hand. Reading this one. Ooh, you got the bully archetype, an action family archetype. There are 9 different families, according to Mace and Jung, Jung, forever young. Written on the card is the shadow attribute and the light attribute. I call this lead and this gold, with 3 atoms here that can't go there, that have to be released, surrendered, healed, transformed, forgiven, whatever you want to call it, but I call it alchemized because that makes more sense. So let me read you what Caroline wrote here. The shadow attribute, or the lead, conceals deep fear behind verbal or physical abuse. Now, with an archetype, you could have this archetype reason, season, or lifetime, or be dealing with someone who has this archetype reason, season, or lifetime, but it's still your opportunity to heal. So, the gold, the light attribute, highlights your tendency to intimidate others, helps you confront the inner fears that bully you. And who ain't got those, right? So the bully does come up in my life for reasons here and there. Growing up, my friends after a while would say, I was really intimidated by you when I first met you. I was like, why? I'm such a goofball, right? But certainly we all have inner fears that bully us. I go, well, you gotta get that bill paid, otherwise, your ass will explode, right? So that kind of stuff, we all deal with that. So let's look at the heart, throat, third eye crown, since we're looking at inner fears here. Please take a nice deep breath. Feet on the floor. I have this cool table that I'm doing this on, and it's got lion mouths underneath, so my feet automatically go in the lion's mouth. Oh, the Archangel of Lions. It's nice to have decor that meets your mission. Please take a nice deep breath. I'm the fun one. Still point. My goddesses override. Very gentle. A place for everything and everything in its place. Put all where it belongs in time and space, for the well-being of all and with harm to none, as we will it. So let it be done. My beloved goddesses, please. One card in clarity, heart, third eye, crown, internal, dynamic for the Sagittarius collective, sun, moon, rising, Venus signs and their cross-watchers to assist them in alchemizing the bully archetype in the 8th for this timeless chakra reading. Ooh, Two of Blades, Two of Swords, ordinarily Rider-Waite-based tarot, but we're not seeing blindfolded and bound here as we usually do. Not blindfolded and bound, that's eight of Swords. But the Two of Blades here, the key word written on the card is analysis. Now, I am a Virgo, sun sign, 4 planets, 2nd house, Leo rising, blah, blah, blah. So I know that back and forth within the mind, right? Virgos are known for overthinking things, and we can certainly bully ourselves. Well, you got to work harder, right? Right? We're very, very good at that. But analysis is really about looking at all different sides of things, gathering information, and this is why we have 2 women here fencing, right? Now, I've never fenced myself. I might have had something. I don't even think I've even had an item fenced in this life. But, you know, fencing, what I know for sure is that you know all the moves, usually, and you're not just thinking about your next move, you're thinking about how your opponent, what their next move would be, and how you will counter that back and forth, and certainly that could be helpful in confronting inner fears that bully you. So that makes sense. Air for air, element of air, thought and beliefs and all that. So let's look outside in, inside out, lower 3 chakras. Please, feet on the floor. Please take a nice deep breath. Just more comfy with my feet in the lion's mouth. I don't think anyone's ever said that ever. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. My gods override. A place for everything, and everything in its place. Put all where it belongs in time and space, for the well-being of all, and with harm to none, as we will it, so let it be done. My beloved gods, 1 card in clarity, please. Lower 3 chakras, masculine, yang dynamic, outside in, inside out, to assist the Sagittarians and their cross-watchers to alchemize the bully and the 8th, 2 of Blades on the inner, for this Timeless Chakra Read. All right, 8 of Wands. That's on a positive note for sure. Now, 8 of Wands, Rider-Waite, right, flying through the air. This is Jason and the Argonauts. It's the mythic tarot, so it's all based in Greek mythology. The entire suit of Wands is Jason and the Argonauts. At this point, the quest of the Golden Fleece, for the Golden Fleece, they're on their way home. They got the fleece, and now they're moving fast, and even the dolphins, I mean it for the Dolphins postcards from the edge, are swimming in the same direction. So there is a momentum here to moving forward. Now, I will tell you, I do like slow and steady wins the race, but oftentimes in my career, just for an example, all of these opportunities come in and things get faster and faster and faster. So that can absolutely, well, you better watch out, right? You're doing the Santa Claus thing, right? Oh my God, you better not cry, you better not pout. I'm telling you why, because you got more shit to do than you realize is going. So that fast-paced movement forward can absolutely bring on the fears that intimidate us, but are we going to bully ourselves or others in this situation is something to really look at. Because yes, sometimes we'll do all this manifestational work, spell work, you know, creative visualization, law of attraction, blah, 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 and then things start happening, you're like, oh my God. And just because you're not getting exactly what you want every single moment doesn't mean you've done something wrong, right? That it's a timeline, right? We were shifting timelines sometimes with every blink of our eyes. So if things are moving very, very fast in a situation, an 8 of Wands could be relative to anything. It could be job, it could be relationship, it could be healing, a general read. So, you know, keep an eye. It's not don't think negative thoughts, it's confront them, right? Because we've inherited so many patterns from our families, our ancestors, societal conditioning, past lives, and all that stuff. So, you know, love is the answer, and we will get there, because what do we got next? The Whispers of Love Oracle. Now, everybody's got a higher self. That's how we get here, right? The higher self descends into the smaller self, a new term by Matt Kahn. Love him. His deck is next to ECK. You heard me say it right. So let's see what the higher selves of all involved have to say for y'all. Please take a nice deep breath. Feet on the floor. Still point. Higher selves override. For everything, and everything in its place. Put all where it belongs in time and space, for the well-being of all, and with harm to none, as we will it. So let it be done. Beloved higher selves of all involved, 5th dimension and above, 8th chakra and above. What is the whisper of love? The piece of information, inspiration, and insight needed by the Sagittarians and the Crosswatchers to assisting them in alchemizing the bully in the 8th, 2 of blades on the inner, 7 of wands, 8 of wands on the outer. Ooh, don't make me do math. For this timeless chakra reading. It's the Don Henley card. You gotta get down to the heart of the matter. Now, someone else just got this. Oh, Scorpio got this. I did that yesterday. So that's why that one seemed familiar. Allow yourself in this moment to... Oh, no, not get to the heart of the matter. It's the other one. It's the Neil Diamond card. Turn on your heart light. Sorry, I get my male singers confused. Turn on your heart light. So if, all this divination stuff doesn't go through, I can always be a Neil Diamond impersonator. Turn on your heart light. Ouch. Allow yourself in this moment to reflect on a time when you experienced love, because love is the answer, right? Everybody's Bob Marley, one heart, one love, until somebody pisses in their Cheerios or they do it themselves. So what does that mean to turn on your heart light? Well, let's talk heart chakra here. When you're overthinking, it's an alarm saying that your heart's maybe not as open as it could be, right? A little out of alignment, like living in your head and not paying attention to what's in your heart. And that does make sense. If somebody's bullying themselves about very fast movement going on, like racing towards their goals faster than they expected and going, well, is this the right thing to do? Is this not the right thing to do? Is this the right thing to do? Well, go into your heart, right? Breathe into that. And I do this pretty much every single day in all sorts of different ways through spiritual practice, right? Praise, gratitude, love. Move yourself up that way, right? Rampage of appreciation if you want to Abraham Hicks yourself there. All sorts of ways to do that, but that internal focus to take that analysis from here and really go in here. And the sacred truth of the heart chakra, according to Caroline Mace in her book Anatomy of the Spirit, is love is divine power. Every chakra has its own sacred truth, right? Throat chakra, surrender your will to the divine. So when we're dealing with bullying thoughts, and again, everybody has them, reason, season, or lifetime, then certainly to open up that heart, right? That is the truth of who we are. Everything else that's layered on top of that was written into the script, these lives, before we ever were born, right? So, we're really lovely underneath it all, no doubt. Some of you will get that reference, some of you won't, and I'm okay with it. Comment if you do. Good old YouTube. All right, last card down, the Matcon healing mantra, because this is about healing, and with the 2 of blades, you might as well use a mantra or something mental in that way to balance this all out. Let's see what the Ascended Masters have to say, shall we? Last card down. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. Feet on the floor. Ascended Masters override. A place for everything. And everything in its place. Put all where it belongs in time and space, for the well-being of all and with harm to none, as we will it. So let it be done. Beloved Ascended Masters, 1 card in clarity, please, the perfect and precise healing mantra to assist the Sagittarius Collective and their crosswatchers to alchemize the bully in the 8th chakra. 2 of blades, heart, third eye, crown. 8 of wands, solar plexus, sacrum, and root, turning on their heart light for this timeless chakra reading. Rewiring the nervous system, I find strength in surviving my traumas. Now look, What brings on a bully? Well, unprocessed trauma, right? And there's ancestral trauma too, you know, like I'm pretty much a Euro mutt, right? So I got stuff from all over the globe. Well, I'm all over the globe. So, you know, you sort of look at your ancestry and look what they have all been through, and who knows, maybe you incarnated as one of your ancestors and you wanted to see how it went down the line, right? So I'm going to read this from the Bookie Book. You know, whenever it's a tiny book, I call it the Bookie Book. So your nervous system has a lot of control over your reactions, right? Reaction is like knee-jerk, reflex, right? Trigger, McTriggerson, right? But response is considered and loving. So turning on your heart like this makes a lot of sense. So let me read you. Rewiring the nervous system. I find strength in surviving my traumas because from a reincarnational point of view, that's all you have to do is survive them. It's all healing. When the nervous system is rewired, you're no longer trapped in the memories of your body. You are the courageous hero or heroine of your present reality. Now let's just stick a pin in this for a second. That first line, right? When your nervous system is rewired, you're no longer trapped in the memories of your body. Well, what are those memories called? Cellular memories. They're biochemical. Every emotion, from lead to gold, love to fear, has a biochemical component, right? Cortisol, stress hormone, endorphin, I'm feeling great, right? And all of those in between. So, you are the conscious hero or heroine of your present reality, honoring every moment of hardship as the means through which your infinite strength and greatest depth of character is revealed. And what I'm getting here is that it's past traumas that have put you in this bully archetype soul contract lesson that you're going through. As you rewire your nervous system, you're no longer responding to life from the vantage point of your painful past, but instead are open to each encounter being more miraculous than the moment before. So, of course, allow yourself in this moment to reflect on a time when you experienced love. So turning that analysis towards the past through a lens of love. That's going to heal a lot in the nervous system. So all we got to do is survive this stuff, and then we got the life review afterwards. That should be fun. This mantra is ideal for adjusting to life after loss, healing heartbreak, and becoming more optimistic. Now, I know very few pessimistic, consistently pessimistic Sagittarians. I got a lot of them in my life, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs, and they're a lot of fun, but that doesn't mean that they, you know, there's something wrong when they're feeling a little off, if they're feeling a little frayed, particularly if they're empaths, right? They could be picking up on the vibe in the air, right, as well as the people around them. So, though I have no idea what's going to happen when I hit record for these videos on YouTube, I really have no idea what's going to happen and what we do next, which is called a blessimation, if you are new, a combination of the word blessing and summation. It's a word we came up with over on Patreon, and it's like super glued to my third eye, so I will never forget it. So, one last time, at least for this reading, please take a nice deep breath. We hope you take more deep breaths moving forward in life, because they're helpful. Still point. May we end as we began. Feet on the floor. Pantheonic override. I call upon the collective pantheons of the divine. For the Sagittarius collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross-watchers who are watching this video and drawn to this reading, may they be blessed with all that they need to alchemize their shadow to light, their lead to gold, their pain to peace, shifting them from toxicity to health and from fear to love, highlighting their tendency to intimidate others, helping them confront the inner fears that bully them. And there might be a nice healthy process of analysis of there, but only the two of blades. Minor arcana are things that we go through. They are not forevermore. And another minor arcana here with the 8 of Wands, which is moving them forward very rapidly in some way, shape, or form that could absolutely bring up fears that intimidate and bully ourselves on the inside, considering this is something that they probably want, but unresolved stuff can bleed into the present, because if we focus on the past and the present, we get a future just like the past, blah, blah, blah. And may they be given all that they need to turn on their heart light. Just drop the memories into their third eye so they can get into their heart, allowing themselves in any given moment to reflect on a time when they experienced love, so they may rewire their nervous system, finding strength simply by surviving their traumas. And may they be blessed with all that they need to heal, to grow, to learn, to evolve, to align their chakras, to manifest their highest destinies in the golden true love timeline, for happier, healthier, wealthier, wiser lives, in happier, healthier, wealthier, wiser ways, for a happier, healthier, wealthier, wiser world for all of life, for the well-being of all, and with harm to none, as we will it. So let it be done. So to be. So it is. I love you, Saggies. And if you liked the reading, if you found it a little helpful, a little clue, a little tip, a little hit, do hit the like button. Helps other people find the reading. You want more of me here on YouTube, but feel free to subscribe and comment and all that YouTube-y stuff, because I'm not stopping. You can probably tell I have a field day doing this. Even when it's sort of a womp-womp reading, I can still make it fun. I am the fun one, right? Leo Rising, And if you want the deeper dive, more magic, more miracles, more mysticism, more malpleasure, considering coming to Patreon on Patreon. We got that digital shop, which I love. All my back catalog is there, my books, my audios, my videos, but with the new book coming, they will be on there eventually. You can shop in the store, you can 7-day free trial, you can follow for free. But remember, all of my subscribers get the daily check-in, the extended readings, and there's a lot of them, and they're all relationship stuff, twin flame, soulmate, blah, 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 as well as they get a significant discount when they book me for a private session. We'll talk about that in a minute. But for my creative friends out there, particularly Sagittarians, I highly recommend being a creator on Patreon. It's so wonderful. I know like everybody's doing it, but we are building a lovely, lovely, heart-centered, spirit, a lot of fun community over there. So if you feel so called and you feel so drawn, join us, click the link, check it out, and come Patreon on Patreon with the Archangel of Lyons, Mark Angelo Lyons. But you could just call me Mal. Is that right, Bet? I love you, Bette Midler. She saved my life once, but she doesn't know it. And if you want to book me for a private session, I did make a video for the 25th anniversary of my company, Drawing the Circle Productions, last year at the time of this recording when I was living in Holbrook, Long Island. I didn't know I was going to be moving to Saratoga Springs, where I am now, so I got to make a new one. But the video is called Booking Private Sessions with Mal. Explains the basics of what I do, right? What my boundaries are, what I do, what I don't, what I will, what I won't, how it gets booked, how to reach out to me, and all of that stuff. It does go into, for example, that I'm mostly doing Zoom readings now, right? So the client books me. Before we book, I send them a Zoom link. They come into the Zoom link. We video the whole thing so they don't have to memorize. I don't have to take notes. At the end of the reading, I send them a link so they can download the entire reading to their devices. They tell me that they downloaded it, and I delete it from the cloud because confidentiality is key and a big part of my honor code, seriously, particularly for spiritual counseling, but certainly readings as well. What else? Oh yeah, no, I have to make a new video because I am doing readings at the Magic Moon in Saratoga Springs 3 days a week. I have days set, you call them, they book you, they tell me you book, I come in, I juggle my schedule, I come in, I read you, then I come home, take care of my cats, and do more of this stuff. But the most important thing that I say in that video up there, Booking Private Sessions with Mal, is I have never, and I will never, refuse anybody help, right? Because of lack of finances. Where there is a witch, there is a way. I'm a witch, so there's a way, and I've been on the balls of my ass too, here, there, and everywhere, right? So I am glad to help and glad to serve. So don't hold back. If you really feel so intuitively drawn, just watch the video. A new one will be made eventually. Oh, I'm even taking clients in my house now because I've got an office downstairs specifically for that. So that'll all be in the new video, but for now, if you want to book me, you know what to do. Click the link, watch the video, and I will keep it up forever because it makes my mom laugh, and I don't need a better reason than that. So, I love you, my Sagittarians, and look, We've all been bullied. We've all bullied others until we know better. People treat other people the way they were treated until they heal and know better, and it's mostly sub and unconscious stuff. So you can do this, and you've survived so much already. So I believe in you, right? Your 9th house, spirituality, ruled by Jupiter, Zeus, my grandfather, essentially, my grandpappy. I love him, throwing lightning here, there, and everywhere. So hang in there. I love you. I know that you can do this. Heal, hail, farewell, and blessed, blessed be.